You're listening to Rotten in the Freeman Show podcast every week in your car and on YouTube.
Welcome back to Rotten in the Freeman Show. It's been a while. How are you doing, Rotten?
I'm doing so good, and it's good to see you, man. That big old happy smiling face.
Yeah, dude. Always happy, man. I hope life's been good to you, buddy. It's been a couple of weeks. I've been busy. You've been busy.
Yeah,
but that's
sure.
The thing about Rotten in the Freeman Show, man. We dip in when we can, and life has been good, man. I've been busy, insane busy with the DJ stuff. I started DJing for the Carolina Cobras.
Yeah.
Back last year and signed a 3-year deal with them. So I'm DJing the Coliseum there, but I've got to know the local radio station, the big giant morning show, Jared and Katie in the Morning, which was affiliated with the Cobras. And me and the lead host have teamed up and done, it's Jared and DJ Freeman over on Facebook. But we started booking together, him hosting and me DJing. And things have been good, dude. That's
exciting. Is it kind of weird to work with the people that you get to listen to on the radio on the way to work?
It is, because I listen every morning to Jared and Katie in the Morning, and you see them on billboards all over the thing, just like the news people. There's local celebrities, and when you see them in public, you're like, wow, man, there's this guy and there's that guy. So I got a text from Jared, the lead host, and it was crazy, dude. I was like, man, it sounds like I'm listening to the radio, but you called me for me. And then, I was DJing a pool yesterday, and then there's another host that's coming up there, and a lady come up. She's like, hi, I want to introduce myself. I'm Josie from 107.5. I've heard a lot about DJ Freeman. And it just blew my mind. I was like, she just come to meet me for me.
Right.
It's all weird, man. It's all weird here locally. I used to do the zombie show, right? And we would reach Japan. We would reach China. We would reach Iraq.
Right.
All these places. But I can never figure out how to reach local here. So doing a thing local here, and then, I just got voted Yes Weekly's top DJ, which is our local entertainment paper, like 100-mile radius. And the readers vote. So people have seen me. They voted me number one. I don't know why. I don't get it. I just go out and have fun. I don't think
that's why
my DJ skills are the best. I just go out with a big heart and we have a good time.
That's why, because you have fun and people can see that and kind of share that energy.
Yeah. And last Saturday, I DJ'd for the FBI federal agents out of Washington, D.C. They had a big ball here in town. So me, of a huge Rage Against the Machine fan, and I have my views, but dude, I DJ'd for the FBI last week. So things have been growing for me.
Yeah.
I still also have my day job. We do the show here.
For now.
Yeah. So, when do you make the jump? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I work 4 10s and it's Monday through Thursday. And sometimes we'll work Fridays, which is overtime. But then DJing is usually on the weekends. I don't really do, there's a lot of DJs that do like trivia, bingo, and stuff like that. But I just like to DJ for the music, dancing, and lights and stuff like that. But dude, been busy. I've seen you've been busy too, man. You got to tell me about the School of Rock. You got Junior a new piece. Yeah. You got, as in guitar, there were so much things, dude. When you send me the picture of Junior's new guitar that you bought, tell me about it, man.
Oh man. So it was, his birthday is at the end of this month, but he had a show coming up for the School of Rock. We enrolled him in the School of Rock. He's got Crohn's disease. And so he's always had kind of a hard time finding his place and where he fits in and what friends he's going to have. And he has his own style and look and everything. Long hair, kind of tattered jeans. I
dig it.
Yeah. And so when I took him to School of Rock, everybody there looked just like he does. And so he was just, overjoyed. And I sat him down on the drum set first, but he picked up a guitar and said, this is it for me. Anyways, for an early birthday present, we got him a Jackson guitar, which is what Gojira played on the Olympics. And you can see him up there, and I'll show clips of it. But
it's epic, man.
I gave him the guitar inside a coffin guitar case, and it was black with red velvet pillow inline, and it was just incredible. Well, when
Silk,
he got
man,
on,
it was just that case was epic.
So
the case
sweet,
alone,
dude. So sweet. But he got on stage for School of Rock, was really nervous the whole time we went there because he's 14 years old going to a bar to play his first show, and they played covers from the Rolling Stones. It was great.
And
But
this is School of Rock, like the movie School of Rock. They get kids,
yes,
they
yep,
teach them metal, guitar,
yes,
teach them vocals, the drums, everything, and they put these kids together.
yeah.
So this is like
It's
Thad Sports, right?
it's just like Thad's sport, yeah, for him, but because he doesn't want to go out and play football or soccer or anything
Right.
like that. It's not for everybody to do those
So
things.
you're
But
like
when
in the crowd,
he,
right?
oh, dude, when he picked up that guitar, I was the fool dad that was just kind of bouncing around just to get a place, to where I could film him. I had to squeeze in up front because there's so many people at this bar that were coming from out of town to root these kids on, and it's really a sight to see. If your community has a School of Rock,
They're putting one
highly,
here.
oh man, I recommend, if you don't have any kids that go to the School of Rock, you should go to their shows because man, it's more fun than most shows that I've been in. Austin South by. It's
Yeah.
just an incredible thing. So he was nervous all the way to the bar, and when we got there, he got on stage, had his guitar on, and dude, he just lit it up. It was so fun to watch him jam all these covers, and he played like 3 or 4 songs. But the next one coming up in September, they're doing a full set. And after he does a full set, he can graduate and audition for the heavy metal bands for
Right.
School of Rock. Yeah.
So,
It's
so
so cool.
I saw the videos, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll play a clip or whatever if you can. And I saw the build up to this. I saw the guitar, but the thing that I want to know, Rotten,
Yeah.
thing that as a dad, when they're like the event is over and the kids come out and the ride home, what
Yeah.
was it like with Junior, man? Because I know how it is at dance. The girls at dance, they're in the back, right?
Yes.
They do all their dances, and then at the end, it's just like, here they come.
It's it's electrifying. Like, we were in the truck, the coffin takes up the entire back seat or the whole bed of the truck. It's a huge, huge coffin guitar case, and it was me and my wife, and Thad was in the back seat. And it was quiet for a minute, but then we all just kind of celebrated because the energy was just so magical. When we were there, dude, he disappeared. We walked in and boof, he was gone. And so I could see that independence kind of kick in. And about 20 minutes later, he walks past us without his guitar and goes straight up to the bar and orders like a Virgin Mary. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I just wanted this drink, And I'm like, where'd you get money? And he pulled out a wallet and everything. He said, I got money. Don't worry about it. And then he asked me if I wanted a drink. It was the coolest thing in the world to see him take control of his life,
Yeah. He was in the zone that he's been looking for.
He was in that zone. And I got a little misty eyed because imagine your own son on stage at 14, just like banging his head and whipping it around and playing this huge axe. The Jackson guitar is really something to behold. And if you haven't seen the Olympics, when Gojira plays, that's the kind of guitar that they're playing. And it was the coolest thing ever, man.
It's we were riding through downtown on Friday night. So me and Freeman Mommy, we met in a club where local bands play. Like, my friends would play there. We would all play there. Bands here, bands there. I was there to see a band one night, and Freeman Mommy was standing beside me, and I offered her Skittles. But live music has always been our groove in life. Yeah. Well, I know I DJ, but I grew up with drums. One of Freeman Mommy's first gifts to me was she got me lessons with David Letterman's drummer, Anton Fig.
Jeez.
So he taught me how to play Beatles Come Together.
Right.
Anton Fig, the guy that wore the beret and all that. Sure. I got a lesson from that guy. And music has always been our thing, but we were riding through downtown Friday. We all went out to eat. We went downtown for a little bit and ate some Asian food. But we were a lot of times we'll loop through downtown to where all the pubs and the bars are in our car, not get out. But one of the bars had a live band playing, and I stopped and rolled down the windows, and I was like, man, I miss this sound. And like we were talking, this just brought back memories, just hearing the live drums and the guitar.
Yeah.
And we couldn't even see the band. We could just hear it coming from the club. They had some windows and doors open.
Right.
But the live scene that I saw
magic
for the School of Rock, of seeing the people in there and the live sound, like the live snare and the strums, and it's definitely different. It's very creative, but you got all these chess pieces working together on a stage, a lot of them for the first time. And the videos that I saw, man, they just killed it.
It was so cool. And it kind of forces youth on everybody, because there was old people and young people alike in the audience. But when those kids started playing and bouncing all over the stage, because some of the bands were playing no effects, some of the bands were playing heavy punk, heavy metal. They were playing Gojira, Metallica, and everybody knows all the songs that they were playing. And so
No Effects sticking in my mind or something like that. I remember that song.
So good. It was so good, man. And I can't wait for the next show. But Thad, he plays guitar more than he plays Call of Duty now, and that's a big win for us as a family.
You learn the chords and learn it, and it's I can YouTube my way through stuff.
Yeah,
and I have a couple guitars downstairs, but as in chords, I know G, and that's about it. G and an E.
Have you played a live show before?
Drum wise, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Guitar, no.
Were you in a band and played the drums for a band live?
Yeah. I was in a band called Atropus, which was death metal. So I like the grinding snare drums.
Oh man. That feeling is hard to beat. And there's a drummer that I've been paying attention to now. I forgot his name, but he's with Lorna Shore. And I'm not sure how he does that.
Austin Archie. There was this one time, speaking of drummers, there's a drummer that I've always loved. And I may have said this on a show before. It's Gene Hoglan, Gene the Machine Hoglan. He's for Strapping Young Lad in the band Death. Yeah. And we were at a festival one time, and Lamb of God and Norma Jean and Coheed and Cambria, all these bands were there.
Wow.
But I saw me and Freeman Mommy were standing there watching a band called Opeth.
Right.
Or Opeth, however you pronounce it.
Opeth.
And she said, look at that guy's boots right there. And I looked at the boots and I was like, that's Gene Hoglan's boots. And I looked up and Gene Hoglan was standing in front of us. So when he left, I was like, man, is there any way I could get a picture, dude? I'm such a huge fan. Strapping Young Lad, Death. All the stuff. So we talked, dude, for like 30 minutes. And after talking, he's like, hey, man, have you ever seen Gwar? And I was like, no, I've never seen Gwar. He's like, they're about to play. Let's go watch them. So I went in there and stood with him chatting, watching Gwar play with my dream drummer. And he was the nicest dude ever.
Angie, the nicest guy in there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was me and Angie and Gene Hoglan standing there. And afterwards,
the coolest.
We were talking. We went outside, and the guys from Gwar had exited the stage and come out. And we walked over there with Gene, and Gwar, dude, was standing there. I mean, I've got pictures out
and everything.
Yeah, with the outfits and stuff on. So it was amazing. I can't. I don't really know any Gwar songs, but we were entertained. They were a lot heavier. They were a lot more skillful than what I thought Gwar would have been. Like the double bass and the drums and all that. I mean, they're really a legit good band.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it was just one of them things, man. Like the other day, I was DJing and Dee Snider come up from Twisted Sister. Did you see that picture?
I saw those pictures, dude. What was that all about?
I was DJing, and they're like, I look over to my left, and Dee Snider is on the TV broadcast of the pro football game that I was DJing.
Yeah.
And he come over, man, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to play the fiddle. So I told the announcer beside me, I was like, announce that Dee Snider's to my left. So he announced to the whole Coliseum that Dee Snider was there. So I started playing We're Not Going to Take It, and got the whole Coliseum chanting his song back to him, and he stood up, gave the signs, and then he come over, and he's like, dude, do you want a picture with me? And he hung out with me and talked with me for a minute, but it was Dee Snider, man.
Oh my God. He did a horror movie, didn't he?
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. He has been on Congress. He traveled around with the Trump family, then realized he was not for the Trump family and asked them not to use his song.
Right.
But he's I was like, man, that dude's cell phone right there. I mean, he's on tour with Poison Brett Michaels right now.
Well,
and he was in my DJ booth the other day. It's crazy.
That have come through his cell phone, and it's sitting right there. The movie was called Strangeland in 1998.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. I
a
forgot
detective.
about that.
So I wrote a couple books. You're like the lead bad guy in both of these books.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's up?
I've sent out the third book, or like most of what's finished of the third book, and some people have read it, some people haven't. But the author kind of bug is in my family, and so my uncle just released this book. It's
Right.
called Savant: The Stream and the Void, Book One. And he, when I was little, we did a little D&D and we talked fantasy, and kind of thumbnailed some storyboards and stuff like that. But he published this book, dude. It's 5 stars on Amazon right now. And so if you like to read, he's also got it in audiobook form.
Need to get him on here, man.
It's $0. Yeah, so we should have him on here. Jason Aaron Cameron is his author name. So I guess I won't throw down any last names or something, but
Yeah.
we'll have him come on here. I've talked to him about it already, and if you're a reader, then you got to check this out. It'll be awesome. The Stream and the Void, book 1 on Amazon right now.
Your book is downstairs, dude, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm in this book. Rachel has wrote about our radio show in this book, but you made me a lead character in a book, and I think it's downstairs in our living room on the main bookshelf.
Either. It's called Eddie Rotten's Frequency Alpha.
Yeah.
And Eddie Rotten's Frequency Sigma. The third one is Omega, and it brings everything home.
So it's crazy, and I'm always posting pictures of it, but Sean, a welder, on me, man, I become this evil that takes over everything.
What's hard about those books, and the thing with the third book, and I've explained it to you before too, but I don't know about the fans of the show, is it's written in real time, right? And so whenever I started writing that book, you're still Sean the welder from North Carolina, but your story advances through, and the evil side of your life kind of takes over. But other things happen to where you don't always have to stay that way. And it's written in real time with real people. So politics comes into play. And whenever Trump got into office, it was really hard to compare with that, because what he was doing was so far and beyond anything that I would have ever imagined. And so what I'm trying to do now is just hone all that in and talk about him in past tense with the third book. And it's difficult because families and friends are torn apart by the decisions that he's made, and groups of people that want to listen and follow that path. Everybody's got their own way, but in the book, it's written to where if you stop staying in touch with me, like on a weekly, then you die off in the story. And so I've had to kill people off in the story that are characters in the book, and they're like, what are you doing? Like, we're friends. I'm like, I know that we're friends, but rules are rules, and I can't argue with the rules of the story.
Right.
But zombies are that person. And the whole thing about, Zombie Life podcast and Zombie Life TV, when I was doing all that, is just about not so much the zombie aspect of it, but getting out there and not being a zombie, not sitting on the couch and doing whatever, but going out and enjoying life. And to bring it home, those are the kind of things that I like seeing you post, not to kiss ass, but I really enjoy your Facebook posts and Instagram posts, because it is all uplifting. You do invite people to debate, which is super, super healthy, and have differences of opinions. But it's important that people realize that we're still just human beings in this little window of time trying to figure it out. And so I appreciate that about your page.
Yeah,
every day you say,
every day,
go out there and kill it and work together.
Yeah, every morning I wake up and I'm like, you know what? Have a super awesome day. Freeman loves you all, and I put the date. I timestamp it with a date.
Yeah,
I give us a little 4-leaf clover, some flowers, and I try to start everybody's day off that reads my post, dude. And it's become such a thing. I think I could make shirts and sell it that says,
"Oh, totally.
Have a super awesome day. Freeman loves me." But
the shirts should have the date stamped on that too.
Yeah,
with your Facebook link on it.
That would be awesome. That would be really awesome.
Yeah.
But I try to be positive, and like if I put something out political, I always put, because people go in there with hate and debate, and I always put in there it's okay to debate. Debate is good for the soul. I used to do a show called Knuckleballer Radio, and it was all about debating topics.
Right.
And, it's okay to disagree and hug at the end of the day. We all don't think the same. We don't, hate needs to go away, man. There's so much hate in this world right now.
Thank God we don't all think the same. How boring would that life be?
Yeah. I don't like Donald Trump, but it's okay. It's okay that I don't like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You like him, and that's okay. But
fully. Now,
it's okay to talk and debate, but the hate has to go.
But I'll say Nazis in Nashville. That's not okay.
Man, we were watching that video before we recorded, and this week the Nazis showed up, and
you got to draw
hate.
A line in the sand somewhere. But everybody's got their own belief system and stuff, and I don't live their life, so I don't know what they haven't grown up with as far as leadership and good positive role models. But everybody's got their thing.
Well, I put this out on Facebook the other day, and I know we're going to the show. Whether a Republican is in office or a Democrat's in office, my highest bill every month is taxes. It doesn't matter who's in office. So fix that. That's my problem.
Fix that.
And it is, dude. I mean, God. The tax is higher than my house payment, man.
It leaves you speechless or something. This guy got on line and forgot who it was. It was like last week. I saw this thread, which a lot of people are bouncing to Thread from X, and so we can talk about that. But
I'm on Threads.
Yeah, I haven't joined Threads yet, but I'm thinking about bouncing from X or Twitter to Threads because it's a little more wholesome. It's not so destructive.
Well, I post on X. I've got like 60,000 total followers over on X, so it's hard to leave. But I don't ever just go there and read. I just post and move on.
You don't want to lose the followers you have, but you don't know if they're all going to bounce the Threads with you. But my wife turned me on to it, and she was right, man. It's just a more wholesome kind of humane place to have a conversation. Because X, man, I get destroyed in a heartbeat if I put the wrong thing up there. So I usually just take them down.
So So Threads, if on my the Zombie Cast radio show that I had, we had Art the Clown on from Terrifier. He spent 2 hours with us, and we talked and talked and talked. And he doesn't really post much on Instagram or X or things like that. But if you go to Threads and follow, I think it's David Horton. What's his name? David Horton Howard, Art the Clown actor. David Howard Thornton. If you follow him on Threads, it's the most political thread I've ever read in my life.
Really?
And I agree with like 101% of the things that he says.
Yeah.
500%. But Threads is definitely a different place. It's I like it, and I need to go there more. I auto post there from Instagram because I think they're affiliated with each other somehow. But
it just needs to be. I think people need to calm the F down and just remember who we are. We're trying to figure it out together instead of having to be right about everything. It's okay that I'm not 100% Republican or Democrat. It's okay that I'm not 100% independent. It's all right.
Yeah.
That's who I am. But what it looks like is media is trying to push an idea, ideology, which can get really, really dangerous, So
that's it. Ron and Freeman love you all. We want to thank you guys for always tuning in.
Yeah.
We're going to dip out. We want to do an episode, kind of a catch-up episode, something a little less deep than the last couple episodes that we put out about politics and stuff. So it's all love, man. Tell Junior that Freeman is proud of him, man, that he's going to rock it. I think you said in September, right?
Yeah, he's going to go back on stage in September, and he's very excited. So I'll get more video of that, and I'll put it on the next show. And we'll start doing more shows, too.
It's just been busy.
Freeman, I know how busy you are, dude, with your family. You got kids exiting school and entering adult life, and it's just the biggest moment, and it's very important for you to be the best dad, the best parents that you guys can be. And I'm kind of in the same shoes. I told you that probably 3.5 years or so, we're going to bounce from Austin and find a new adventure. We usually stay put about 10 to 12 years.
Come
And
to
then
North Carolina, man.
that's it. Yeah, we're looking at North Carolina. We're looking at Washington, Colorado, and maybe Utah. So we'll figure it out. But
we got the Smoky Mountains, and we got the oceans and the plains, and
yeah, sell me on it.
we get all the concerts, we get all the tours, we get all that here. But you can find me everywhere at Freeman Daddy and the number 5, Freeman Daddy 5 everywhere. And I think Rotten Freeman follow us everywhere there. And then Rotten and the Freeman Show on Facebook. And Rotten, where can people find you, man?
You can follow me on X too. It's at Eddie Rotten and at Rotten Freeman. You can also follow me on Facebook. I'm at Eddie Rotten and Rotten Freeman there too. But go to my personal page. It's William Hauser. That's my real name. And I started doing some artwork lately. Yeah, Billy Ed Hauser. Billy Ed Hauser. I got the most hillbilly podunk name ever delivered, but
mine's Frederick. Get out of here.
Oh, really?
Frederick Sean Freeman. That's me.
I never knew that.
Frederick. I'm a Frederick.
That sounds pretty proper. But yeah, I started doing artwork again lately, and
dude, that art piece looked tight.
Thank you. I'll post pictures of it there, and my artwork is all on Facebook. So if anybody's interested in some original Eddie Rotten pieces, let me know. Reach out.
It's like Maxwell Hauser.
Ooh, that's good.
Remember we talked about that movie? It was what was the name of that movie? It had the guy was Maxwell Hauser. Type that. What movie was that from?
I don't know. Let's see.
The guy was trying to come up with a name. He was trying to go undercover like he was a high school student, and people was like, "What's your name?" Yeah. He saw Maxwell Housecan. He's like, "My name's Maxwell Hauser."
I can't find it.
Hold on,
Smith's Verdict, John Cryer.
Maxwell Hauser character in a movie.
Oh man, an obituary came up. That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh my gosh. Max
Hauser. Wow. Hiding out. Yeah, that's the one. Now I have to watch that movie.
Yeah, that right there. But it's good. But that's that spell your last name so people can find it. William.
My last name is Howser. It's not HAU.
And it's not Maxwell.
No, I thought I was German for half my life. Found out that my dad's dad was adopted from an Irishman. So it's really Wilson is my last name. But yeah, it's William Hauser on Facebook is where you can go find some artwork.
Yeah.
And go to Camping with the Hausers. No, it's Camp Therapy. Go to Camp Therapy on YouTube. Yeah.
Those are epic too, man. You guys go camping and kind of document all the stuff, the do's and the don'ts and the views. So it's so good. But thank you guys for listening to and watching on YouTube, Rotten and the Freeman Show. We will be back with some topic episodes, but we just wanted to kind of kick back, man. But thank you guys. So you're so awesome. Leave a like, share, all the YouTube stuff. Please. Leave a comment. We love you all, no matter what. Right. We love you for you.
Yes.
Thank you for watching Rotten and the Freeman Show. Look, I never lie. There they are.
Oh, snap. You're listening to Rotten and the Freeman Show podcast every week in your car and on YouTube.